For this project, you're going to practice using keyframes in Adobe Premiere, and I'm going to show you exactly what to do. You're going to start with this keyframe source video, which I've already imported into Premiere, and here it is. It's only 32 seconds long. You can see that, 32 seconds and 17 frames. And because it's so short, I'm going to zoom into it. There are several things that you're going to want to do with this to change it. And so the first thing is there are 3 different knocks, 2 knocks each, 3 times. And I can see those on the waveform here, here, and here. So I'm going to eliminate those by clicking on the clip first so I can load up my effect controls. I am in effects mode, but if I switch to editing mode, I can still access my effect controls here. So either way is fine. So I'm going to move the timeline indicator out to just in front of that first knock. Volume is already expanded. Remember, you can expand and contract these using these arrows. And I'm going to drop a keyframe right there. Actually, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit farther to make sure I don't eliminate anything that I don't want. Alright, so I'm going to drop a keyframe for the volume level right there. And then I'm going to go 5 frames. And I just press the arrow key, the right arrow key on my keyboard 5 times. I'm going to drop another keyframe. Okay? May have actually been too much. I'm right into those knocks. So I'm going to go back to, let's see, go to this one. I'm going to turn that one off. I'm going to go back to this one. And I'll use that as my second one. I'll go 5 frames back from here. Closely I was zoomed in. Then I'm going to use this arrow key to move to the next keyframe. Okay, at this keyframe, I want the volume to be negative 281.1. That's as low as it can go, so it's silent. Right? I'm going to drag my timeline indicator to after the second knock in that group. I'm going to add a keyframe there and leave the volume set at negative 281.1. And then I'll go with the arrow key again. 5 frames, drop another keyframe. And this I'll set back to 0. Okay? And so what you'll notice is now you hear that knock has gone away. You could hear that. And so you'll do that for each knock. I'm going to zoom out a little bit, move on to the next. And again, drop a keyframe. Move 5 frames, drop another keyframe, and this is where you drop the volume, and then move the timeline indicator to after both knocks. Add a keyframe and leave the volume the way it is. Move 5 frames, drop another keyframe, and reset this to 0. Okay, so you're going to do that 3 times. There's one more set of knocks. You'll see those right here. And you can see the audio spiking on the right-hand side. Okay, that's step 1. So those are at 25, 15, and 5. At 20, I actually clicked to roll the dice. I may have missed that mark a little bit. So at 18, I clicked to roll the dice. And so I am going to move this to where it says 19, and I'm going to add a keyframe, toggle the keyframe on, because it's not on by default for this scale. I'm going to do that for both scale and position. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to change at this keyframe is nothing, actually, because I want to, again, leave it normal until I want it to change. So I'm going to start the change here by leaving everything normal and then moving, say, 10 frames. And on each of these, I'm going to drop another keyframe. On this keyframe, I'm going to zoom in and reposition so that all I can see is the window with the dice in it. Okay, I might have a little bit of the edges of the other things just because the window's not so great, or so big, I should say. But that's what I want to see. And then we'll move that forward. Okay. So those are done. We're getting ready to get back to some knocks. So I'm going to zoom out of that. And the way I'm going to do that is just add a keyframe for each of these, scale and position. And then I'm going to, again, 10 frames, drop another keyframe, and reset this back to 100. And oops, I believe this is 960 and 540. So that repositions the screen back to the correct place, and just in time for the next set of knocks, which I can ignore. Okay. And then I'm going to, so I roll the dice again here at 10. Okay. So I'm going to start here. Again, add a keyframe for each of these, move forward by 10 frames and add another keyframe for each. That's when I'll zoom in. Alright, so I'm zoomed in there. And then I'll take it until after the dice are rolled. So right there, I'll drop another keyframe on each, move 10 frames, reset all of this. Okay, so I'm back to where I want to be. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so I can scroll and see what I'm doing. So now I'm zoomed out. For this last knock, what I want you to do is, at about the same time that that happens, I want you to zoom in on this max noise window panel. Okay, so I'm going to again drop a keyframe, move 10 frames, zoom in, move this down a little bit, and then over. Alright, so I've got the max noise set, and then I'll move to after the knocks. Let that noise indicator come back down. Add more keyframes. Again, 10 frames, add another set of keyframes, and this is where I reset. .60 by 540, and everything's back to normal. At this point, you can let the video play out. This last little sound is a ding when the timer goes off, and then you can save and submit your work.